I'm going to give you these 5 tips. Okay. If you ever feel like you're missing something, this might be it. Like this, one of these tips might be it. And so let's jump in. Now, so today I'm going to be going over 5 tips to become the best salesperson. Now, here's what I know. This is 5 tips to become the best salesperson, not a good salesperson, not a great salesperson, but the best. So that challenges me to tell you, okay, what's the algorithm to be the best salesperson in your organization? Number 1. Now, this one I do repeat, and I repeat this one often because you need to hear it. You need to hear it. All right. Ask more people, but I'm going to give you a little bit different flair, right? So ask more people. I know in one question how hungry you are for success in sales. And that is, how many people last week did you ask if they were open to your product, service, or opportunity? Now, you can tell me all the, I ordered business cards. I got glamour shots. I rented a jet ski. I'm going to shoot some videos, right? You can tell me all that nonsense. But I know in one question, how many people last week did you ask if they were open to taking a look at your product, service, or opportunity? That's the question. That tells me, how hungry are you for success in sales? What other question would there be? Not how much self-development you did. There's a lot of people that stay safe in the library, study all day. They've watched every Joe Rogan podcast. They've watched every Sean Ryan podcast. They're very educated, but they never ask anyone anything that would lead to a sale. And they scratch their head on how come they're so smart but not making any money. It's because they're not asking. Now I'm going to add a little flair here, a little pizzazz, a little spirit fingers. Ask more people and make it a game. Because I think if you make it a game, you're just more likely to ask more people. I forget who said this, but you got to ASK to GET, right? It's true. You got to ask. And so make it a game. So I've heard a couple games over the years. I heard my friend Jake told the story of when he was prospecting, and someone tagged Jake Kevorkian. So I know some of you know him, right? So tag Jake. I'm talking about Jake. I like talking about Jake. Jake's a good guy. And so Jake used to say he would leave his house in the morning with 10 VHS tapes. Okay. For those that don't know, you used to watch movies and things on something called VHS, and they were about, yay big, and you would put them in a VCR, right? Which none of you have anymore. Has anyone got a VCR? Probably not. Some of you are like, what is he even talking about? What planet is he from? He would leave the house every morning, 10 VHS tapes. He could not come back until they were handed out. Okay. So that's a game. That's a game, right? I heard Larry Thompson say that every morning, start the morning and take 10 pennies. For some of you, maybe silver dollars, right? If you're higher end, that'd be a big pocket though. But take 10 pennies, put them in, your right pocket. And every time you go and prospect someone, move a penny to the left pocket and don't stop until you've moved all 10 pennies. That's a game, right? It's just a way to mix it up. And it's a way for you to get away from this whole being worried about what other people think or say. Another way to make it a game is the game I played. And so, we wrote Go for No for Network Marketing. There's a lot of guest speakers in here, by the way, a lot of them. And so, I made prospecting a game. I went for 20 no's a day, and it was a game. And so when you go for no, it reduces your resistance to rejection and your reaction to rejection. And so if you are not asking more people, maybe it's just because you haven't made it a game. Maybe you need to make it a game. So grab, Go for No for Network Marketing, specifically on Amazon. This is the one that I contributed to. There is another one. I think there's a couple maybe, but this is the one I contributed to, and a bunch of my friends contributed to. And so make it a game. Ask more people. Make it a game, because I think you're much more likely to ask more people if you make it a game. Tip number 1. Tip number 2, prospect who you're scared of that has the biggest potential. There's probably someone that owns a restaurant, is an influencer, is super successful, is a politician, someone just very well known in town, that you're nervous to prospect because you don't want them to judge you. You don't want them to, to judge that you're trying to sell them something. Those are often the best people to prospect. One, whether they say yes or no, it gives you more self-confidence just by asking. Hey, you asked. Single dudes, ask out, whether it works out, long term or whatever, but just you asking the best looking girl in town, right? Just the fact that you asked, where she says yes or no, that will grow you. And so ask the person that you're scared to ask. Reach out to them, ask them, say, hey, I really respect you, and you've had so much success, and you're just so well known, and da 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 dee. Yeah, I got this thing. I don't know if it's your cup of tea, but would you be open to taking a look at it? Ask that person, who's on your chicken list. Who's on your chicken list? You're scared to ask because in your mind, you think they're going to put you on blast. Well, guess what? Even if someone does put you on blast, it's going to give you exposure to people you otherwise wouldn't know. There's always people, if someone is really influential, there's always people that can't stand that person. Always. I mentioned at Rankmakers this morning that, I help run some of the marketing for Graham Cook, who's been just given goodness for 50 years of his life, helping people all over the world. He's just an amazing man, full of love. And, the other day we posted, hey, if you guys want, some of the books, here's a link and you get 10% off. And 2 people were like, scammer. He's been doing this for 50 years. I think if he's a scammer, he would have been called out a long time ago. But it's just evidence. I remember watching a video, but it was like Jimmy Fallon and Bryan Cranston, and they did this video on hats. It's like big hat, little hat, funny hat. I don't know if you ever saw it, but I saw it and I'm like, that's a cute video. I wasn't moved emotionally. I didn't think it was awesome, but it's a cute video. And I just accidentally happened to see the comments, and they were like, I hope you die. And it's like man, people are bananas. People are out of their rockers, man. And so like this hat video really got you wound up, huh? Crazy. And so stop being so nervous about how someone's going to judge you or whatever, and just keep moving forward. Do the thing you're scared of and you will grow stronger. That's number 2. Number 3, be a creative follow-upper. So a decent salesperson follows up. There's no one above mediocre that doesn't follow up. Doesn't exist. So to be a decent salesperson, you got to follow up. To be the best, get creative. Get creative. And so tomorrow, I actually just wrote a full-blown 34-page ebook. The Lord just nudged me, and I just wrote it all on sales scripts and stuff like that. And I'm not selling it. It's in my little vault. I'm going to be using it strategically. And I wrote a whole new chapter on follow-up. And so inside of Rankmakers, I'm going to give you guys some brand new creative follow-ups. They're brand new. You've never heard them before, I guarantee you. And they're epic. They're epic. And they're postured, and they're epic. Number 4, bring more energy into the marketplace in your marketing. Bring more energy into the marketplace in your marketing. So this isn't just checking a box and being consistent. It's like, hey guys, today I'm going to talk about 5 tips to become the best salesperson. Okay, I'm done now, right? Like bring energy. And so what does that look like? Well, I don't know. I don't know what that looks like, but bring more energy into the marketplace. I love, there's an interview with Steve Martin, and Steve Martin is sharing that, sometimes he's in Hollywood and he'll be at a cocktail party, and, the waiter or waitress will come over and be like, Steve, hey, I'm a budding, I'm a budding actor, and you got any tips for me? You got any inside gigs or anything for me? Right? And they're looking around because they don't want to get in trouble or anything. And Steve's like, yeah, absolutely. He goes up, be so good they can't ignore you. And he said almost every time they're like, oh, thanks. And it reminds me of what I heard John Maxwell said. John Maxwell, he said, I have all these leaders that will come to me and ask, how do I get more exposure? How do I get in front of bigger crowds? How do I gain influence? But hardly any of them ask, how do I get better? Influence, crowds, etc., are the result of being better. But everyone's wanting those things without being better because they figure they already got it. I already got the magic sauce. Well, if you had the magic sauce, you would have crowds, more influence, and a bigger following. So a lot of people are looking for the result before they do the work that should get them that result. So be so good they can't ignore you. How do you bring more energy than all of your competition in the marketplace? How do you stand out? How do you show up? And, I remember in the company that, by the way, I became the best salesperson at. I was the number one incomer in the company. And I mean, I don't know exactly how many we had, but I mean, tens of thousands of reps. I don't know how many exactly. But I remember when I showed up to the one convention and the guy was like, "You're the YouTube guy." And I'm like, and I never had someone call me that. I'm like, I guess I am, because I was really the only guy in the company at that point. I mean, that changed, but at that point, I was really the only guy just crushing, videos on YouTube talking about the company, talking about, and I'm okay for those that don't know the nuance here. I never talked about the name of the company on social media. I always talked about it on YouTube because YouTube is a search engine. It's different. So unlike most, I didn't talk about, the company name on social media. I wanted people to ask me, but on YouTube I did because I'd intercept the traffic. So bring more energy into the marketplace and your marketing. How many have gotten value so far? Is this helpful? Is this helpful? And I remember a mentor told me once, this fifth tip here. I'm going to share it with you. So a mentor said to me one time, and it just stuck with me. I was frustrated with my results. I wanted to be crushing it bigger, and I didn't know why I wasn't. And the mentor says, do bigger stuff. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, do bigger stuff. Run more meetings. Do more events. Do in-person interviews. Don't just hide behind social media and your keyboard. Uh, And, and we started, what was my first smaller event? It was home business something. I had, and I reached out to people who I was sure would tell me no to speak, and they all said yes. I reached out to Jerry Clark, Noah St. John, Diane Hockman, and Todd Falcone. I'm like, hey, I'm doing this event and I'd love to have you speak. And I was just sure they were going to say no. They all said yes. I'm like, what? This is crazy. We had like 50 people in the room, very small event. And so tip number 5 is do bigger stuff. Do bigger stuff. Many are just putting in the absolute minimal energy possible to have a pulse in their business. The absolute minimum. What's the minimum, bro? I'm tired. I'm weary. But do bigger stuff. Do stuff that scares you. I was talking, I won't say the name because I'm not here to call him out, but a guy reached out to me and how do I say this without? So a guy reached out to me. He's like, hey, Ray, I'm going to change some of this to protect the identity. But he's like, hey, Ray, I'm running an event and, here's the logistics. And I'm like, why are you running that small of an event? And why are you charging that little? He's like, well, I've never done an event like this before. I'm like, bro, don't run scared. If you're going to do this, go after it. Go make it happen. Go stretch. You could fill that tiny room. Go get 4 times the size of the room and go after it. Now, negotiate, get the best deal possible. I'm not saying be completely irrational, but you need to stretch yourself, bro. Go get it. Go get after it. And what's funny is, I mean, this guy is a, military veteran. I mean, he's, just an amazing dude, not scared of anything except this. Go do bigger stuff. Do an event in your town and ask all the socialites, like ask some of the different socialites that you resonate with. Ask some people. You should be asking people to speak at an event of yours or to do an interview with you that you are positive will say no. Positive, they'll say no. Be bolder. Do bigger things. Stop just doing the same old videos that you're doing. This is one of the reasons, I always want to keep it fresh. I always want to mix it up. In September, we're doing our sales evolution workshop, from proven techniques to AI integration. We have people coming from all over the world for this less than 20 person event. Like that's playing big. And I'm speaking at multiple, bigger events, of course, but like mix it up, do something crazy, do something that really makes you scared. That's how you grow. You grow by taking that unknown leap. You leap without seeing where you're exactly going to land. You don't do it by doing the exact same thing over and over and over. Some of you have heard how important it is to be consistent. Yes, it is. But to be the best, not only is it consistency, but it's also playing bigger. Go play bigger to become the best. Who do you know that needs to hear one of these tips? Maybe all 5. Who actually has the desire to become the best salesperson in their organization, in their team, in their company, whatever it is that they're doing? These 5 tips guarantee you whether you're real estate, insurance, network marketing, doesn't matter. These 5 tips will help you become the best salesperson in the organization. Because, something I learned, Grant Cardone said this one time, and I'm like, that's good. He said, do what your competition won't. What won't your competition do? What aren't other sales reps doing? Go do that. Go do that and watch what happens. And so I hope this is helpful to you. I appreciate you so very much. God bless you and your family. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.